Welcome back to the Achilles channel, everyone. I can't wait to see the comments on this one, because this one's way out there. Just bear with me. James Lee was an environmentalist. He stormed the Discovery Channel building the other day, took hostages, and the police ended up killing him. He was an environmentalist. He said he was inspired by Al Gore and the Green Movement. And people say, oh, he's a far-left wacko, he's crazy. He's not crazy. He believes like not the average environmentalist in the world, in the country, not the average, but the people who run these environmentalist movements like the Green Movement, Greenpeace, the people pushing for this climate change treaty, these people, he believes as they do. Those are the extremists, the ones running these movements. The average environmentalist is simply a do-gooder that has no idea what's in the minds of these madmen, because that's what they are. Intellectual madmen. I hear the ticking of the keyboard now. They want to decrease the population of the planet. The bottom line, they'll tell you themselves that 300 million to 2 billion is the optimum population on this planet. We have way too many. We have 7 billion? Way too many. So they come up with ways, discreetly, to eliminate the population of the planet. Farrakhan said it, 6 months ago? He said, we got to come up with a way. There's too many people on the planet. We got to come up with a way of, getting rid of some of these people so it doesn't look like, we're murdering them. But that's what they're doing. For example, the Codex Guidelines. If you've never heard of that, look it up. This committee is run by the infamous Dr. Rolf Grosskliff, MD. Dr. Grosskliff has a long association with the German government's BFR, a risk assessment evaluation organization. Why is this important? Because Dr. Grosskliff has presided over the transition of a worldview of nutrients as a necessary component of health and life to nutrients considered as toxins. Let me read that to you again. The transition of a worldview of nutrients as necessary components of health and life to nutrients considered as toxins. Now, why would they consider nutrients toxins? Because once you deem something a toxin, then these groups and these government agencies and these organizations have been put in place. Now they can control it because it's considered a toxin. The world considers them toxins now, instead of what? Necessary components of health and life. So now they can control it. Before they couldn't, but now they can. It's just like deeming CO2 as a poisonous gas. People expel that. Poisonous gas. We breathe that out. So it gives them the ability to control that, which means they can control populations because people are expelling poisonous gas. Do you understand? I hope so. When the world adopts these Codex Guidelines, it will mean literally billions of preventable deaths through mandated undernutrition around the world. Countries will have nutritional risk managers to limit and exclude nutrients from their peoples. The way it's going to happen is it's not going to be like right out there. People are going to start dropping like flies. What happens is the nutrients, because they're considered now what? A toxin, will be limited in your food supply. So what will happen is it'll break down your immune systems, and cancer, cardiovascular disease, stroke, diabetes, and obesity, all of these things will take place in higher amounts, which will mean more deaths. Billions of preventable deaths throughout the world. It's a way of bringing down the population. Another one I love this one. Corn ethanol. Isn't that what a wonderful idea? Let's just grow our fuel instead of use the fuel that's been provided for us by the earth, oil, because that's a natural resource. We'll grow our own fuel, and what we'll use is food. we'll grow food and use that as fuel. Wait a minute, that doesn't work, does it? Because then fuel and food compete against each other, and what happens? Food prices go up. Did that hurt anybody in America? Nah, probably not. Not much, you know. You know who it did hurt, though? People in third world countries where they probably ate one meal a day were reduced to 2 to 3 meals a week. It killed people. Killed them. Anybody stopping the corn ethanol deal? No. This is a green movement idea. Sided with the corporations, the fuel industry, and now they're making money. In the corn industry, the farmers, now they're making money on corn ethanol. Anybody pushing corn ethanol is responsible for the deaths of those people in third world countries. You don't believe me? Look it up. People are dying because corn prices have gone up in third world countries. See, that's an American foreign policy. Even though it was made by the Green Movement, America's doing that. Another one I love. They banned DDT. DDT was banned because apparently it killed bird populations, and it was a possible carcinogenic to people. It may have caused cancer. They couldn't pin it down. It was really just a theory. They couldn't pin it down because it could have caused a variety of different cancers. So they really couldn't pin it down. It was a theory. It was conjecture. It's what liberals do. It's what progressives do. They just sit around and theorize. Okay? And then they make decisions on these theories. Now, the bird population was definitely being harmed. DDT was used to spray areas to keep down mosquitoes, and it was used to kill other insects and what have you. But it was making the bird shells real thin, and it was hurting the bird population. So that was the only provable thing that they had in the entire thing. So they banned DDT worldwide. What happened as a result of that? Real people, not theoretical people. Real people died in Africa. In Africa. Because they couldn't keep down the mosquito population because they no longer had DDT. So people died from malaria. It's going to keep going. The death toll is growing from this. Isn't that amazing? So they took a theory that it might have caused cancer in people. People might have died from it. They might have. It's a theory. But against real people dying, and they don't see that. The rest of the world sees that as an American policy. You understand? They don't see that the Green Movement eliminated it. They see that policy came out of America. And America's responsible for those people dying. You know another thing? We've got a huge bedbug problem in the United States of America. A lot of people don't even realize it, but it's within the inner cities, minority areas. Minority areas. You understand? Because they can't kill them anymore because they're not allowed to use DDT. You understand? What does that mean? A bedbug problem. Let's say the whole country, just bedbugs everywhere. Is that bad? Is that really a bad thing? No. What other little insect caused major problems in the world? The flea. Remember that? It was the Black Plague. The flea. So do you think maybe the bedbug problem might spread some type of a disease? Do you think that's possible? That could cause a problem like that? I do. I think it could. Why not? A flea did it. If a flea can do it, a bedbug certainly can. So let me get this straight. Nobody believes that this is all by design. That these people dying over here, them setting up another plague, the fact that people are dying from corn ethanol use, the Codex guidelines isn't a way of decreasing the population on the planet, all orchestrated by the Green Movement, who believe and will tell you that 200 million to 2 billion is the optimum population on the planet. And they're orchestrating all of these policies, which is killing people and setting up future plagues. But nobody believes that, right? That's crazy talk. I mean, that James Lee was a nut. I think you better start looking into these people. Start looking what they're doing. They're telling you, oh, no one would do anything like that. Human beings are fundamentally corrupted by power. That's the reason why people like myself are against big government. A few people sitting up there controlling everybody, that's not a good thing. Not a good thing for anybody. Not free people, that's for sure. They become totalitarian and tyrannical. They become monsters. All that power. God bless America.